Welcome, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives, to another gripping edition of TV Days Drama Digest. Here at the heart of Salem's swirling storm of secrets, scandals, and suspense, we're diving headfirst into one of the most burning questions scorching the soap opera landscape. Is Galen Gering, the charismatic actor who has brought Rafe Hernandez to life since 2008, preparing to exit the hallowed halls of Days of Our Lives? Could the beloved police commissioner, a stalwart of justice and romance, be facing a tragic end? A single line uttered in a recent episode has sent shockwaves through the fandom, igniting speculation about Rafe's fate and Gering's future on the show. Buckle up, because we're about to unravel the clues, dissect the drama, and explore the heart-pounding possibilities that lie ahead in Salem. A hero's vow. The ominous words that sparked fear in a recent episode that aired on August 5, 2025, Rafe Hernandez, portrayed with rugged charm by Galen Gering, found himself in a moment that felt deceptively routine yet carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken warnings. While training Cat Green, Annalyn McCord, a newcomer to the high-stakes world of Salem's intrigues, Rafe offered her a self-defense lesson under the watchful eye of Shane Donovan, Charles Shaughnessy. The scene was charged with the camaraderie of partners preparing for danger, but it was Rafe's next words that froze the hearts of viewers everywhere. But don't worry, okay? Because as long as you're my partner, I'll protect you with my life. These words, delivered with Rafe's signature blend of sincerity and bravado, landed like a thunderclap. In the world of soap operas, such declarations are rarely just heartfelt promises, they're often harbingers of doom. The phrase, "I'll protect you with my life," carries an almost mythic weight in Days of Our Lives, where heroes who make such vows often find themselves staring down the barrel of tragedy. Could this be the writer's way of planting a seed, a chilling foreshadowing that Rafe's days in Salem are numbered? Is this a clue that Galen Gering's tenure as Rafe Hernandez is nearing a dramatic and possibly fatal conclusion? Rafe's history. A life of valor and vulnerability. To understand why this moment feels so portentous, we must first journey through the storied history of Rafe Hernandez, a character who has been a cornerstone of Days of Our Lives since his debut on October 31, 2008. Introduced as an FBI agent tasked with guarding Sammy Brady, Allison Sweeney, during her time in witness protection, Rafe quickly became a fan favorite. His initial antagonism with Sammy blossomed into a passionate romance, marked by love, betrayal, and the kind of convoluted drama that only Salem can deliver. Over the years, Rafe has tangled with the DiMera family, faced doppelganger schemes, and navigated a string of romances with leading ladies like Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, Hope Brady, Christian Alfonso, and, most recently, Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu. Rafe's journey has been anything but smooth. He's been kidnapped, replaced by a lookalike, and even lapsed into a coma after a violent attack. His resilience has made him a pillar of the Salem Police Department, where he currently serves as commissioner, a role that places him at the heart of the town's endless web of crime and conspiracy. Yet, for all his strength, Rafe's personal life has been a roller coaster of heartbreak. His recent breakup with Jada, following a scandalous tryst with Sammy, left him adrift, contemplating a move out of town to join the FBI. This professional and personal turmoil, combined with his latest vow to Cat, paints a picture of a man standing on the precipice of destiny. The coma crisis, a pattern of peril. The specter of Rafe's potential demise is not without precedent. In a July 2024 episode, Rafe was brutally stabbed by Connie Viniski, Julie Dove, at Abigail DiMera's grave, plunging him into a coma that left fans clutching their pearls. The chilling voiceover declaring, "We're losing him," as he lay in critical condition at Salem University Hospital sent shockwaves through the audience. Miraculously, Rafe survived, but the incident underscored his vulnerability in a town where danger lurks around every corner. According to Celeb Dirty Laundry, This coma crisis was a stark reminder that Rafe's heroics often come at a steep cost, and the recent clue involving Cat Green could signal another life-threatening ordeal on the horizon. The coma storyline also reignited speculation about Galen Gering's status on the show. Comas in Days of Our Lives are a time-honored tradition, often serving as a plot device to temporarily remove a character or set the stage for a dramatic exit. While Rafe awoke from his coma, the lack of official confirmation about Gering's long-term commitment to the show has kept fans on edge. Could the writers be setting up a more permanent departure, one that culminates in Rafe's death during a mission with Cat? The Cat Connection, a partnership fraught with danger. Cat Green's arrival in Salem has added a fresh layer of intrigue to Rafe's storyline. As a newcomer under Shane Donovan's tutelage, Cat is eager to prove herself, but her inexperience makes her a potential liability in the field. Rafe's promise to protect her with his life suggests a mission that could push him to the brink. The Days of Our Lives writers have a knack for crafting scenarios where noble intentions lead to catastrophic consequences, and Rafe's vow could be the setup for a heart-wrenching sacrifice. Imagine the scene. Rafe and Cat, partnered on a high-stakes ISA mission, find themselves cornered by a ruthless enemy, perhaps a DiMera operative or a new villain tied to Connie's machinations. As bullets fly and tension mounts, Rafe steps in front of Cat, taking a fatal blow to save her. The screen fades to black as Jada, Gabby, and the rest of Salem reel from the loss of their beloved commissioner. Such a scenario would not only fulfill Rafe's promise, but also deliver the kind of gut-punch drama that Days of Our Lives is known for. Alternatively, the writers could be playing a longer game, using Rafe's vow to spark a romantic undercurrent with Cat. The chemistry between a grizzled veteran and a rookie agent is a classic trope, and Rafe's history of whirlwind romances suggests he's not immune to such entanglements. If Rafe survives the mission, a kiss or a confession from Cat could complicate his already messy personal life, further alienating him from Jada and setting the stage for more drama. But given the ominous tone of his words, a fatal outcome feels more likely, raising the stakes for both Rafe and Galen Gering's future on the show. The faux Rafe twist. A doppelganger's return. Adding another layer of complexity is the recent return of Arnold faux Rafe Feniger, a doppelganger storyline that has fans buzzing. In a shocking twist revealed on December 24, 2024, E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, was confronted by Arnold, a lookalike who once impersonated Rafe under the DiMera's control. According to Michael Fairman TV, Gering was thrilled to reprise the dual role, noting that the writers had to recreate what had happened to explain Arnold's survival after being presumed dead. This doppelganger plot could be a clever misdirection. What if the Rafe we see in danger isn't the real Rafe but Arnold, sent back to Salem to stir up chaos? The writers could use this twist to fake Rafe's death, allowing Gering to remain on the show while delivering a dramatic demise for the doppelganger. However, such a move would require careful execution to avoid alienating fans who have invested years in Rafe's journey. The doppelganger angle also raises questions about EJ's motives. Could he be orchestrating a scheme to eliminate the real Rafe, using Arnold as a pawn? Fan reactions. A community in turmoil. The possibility of Rafe's exit has sent shockwaves through the Days of Our Lives fandom, with social media platforms like X ablaze with speculation. Posts on X reflect a mix of dread and hope, with fans lamenting the potential loss of a beloved character while clinging to the soap opera maxim that no one stays dead in Salem. One user wrote, "Rafe is my favorite male character on DOL. I'm not happy about a bad Rafe again, but if Galen's excited, I'm okay with it." Another expressed frustration. "The writers are treating us like idiots. Don't get rid of Rafe." These reactions highlight the deep emotional connection fans have with Rafe and Galen Gering. Since his debut, Gering has embodied Rafe's blend of stoicism, loyalty, and vulnerability, earning accolades for his portrayal of a man caught between duty and desire. The thought of losing him is almost unthinkable for many, yet the soap opera genre thrives on such upheaval, keeping viewers glued to their screens. Galen Gering's journey, a soap opera stalwart. To fully appreciate the stakes, let's take a moment to reflect on Galen Gering's remarkable career. Born on February 13, 1971, in Los Angeles, Gering began his journey as a model before transitioning to acting. His role as Luis Lopez Fitzgerald on Passions made him a daytime TV heartthrob, and his transition to Days of Our Lives cemented his status as a soap opera icon. Over the years, Gering has tackled everything from romantic entanglements to outlandish plots like the faux Rafe saga, bringing depth to a character who could easily have been a one-dimensional hero. Gering's personal reflections add another layer to the speculation. In a 2020 interview with Soap Opera Digest, he described his brief exit from the show as a bittersweet moment, marked by excitement for the unknown and gratitude for his time in Salem. His return later that year was met with fan jubilation, but his comments about embracing the unknown have resurfaced in light of recent events, fueling fears that he might be ready to spread his wings once more. The Writer's Game. A history of teasing exits. The Days of Our Lives writing team has a storied history of toying with fans' emotions, often hinting at character exits only to pull back at the last moment. Rafe's 2020 departure was a prime example, announced with much fanfare, only for Gering to return within months. More recently, in April 2025, rumors swirled when Rafe mentioned taking an FBI job out of town after his breakup with Jada. Soaps.com quickly reassured fans that this was a temporary plot point, with no change in Gering's status. Yet, the current storyline feels different. The combination of Rafe's coma, his vow to Kat, and the Doppelganger twist suggests a narrative crescendo that could lead to a permanent exit. The writer's decision to pair Rafe with Kat, a character with no deep ties to Salem's core families, could be a deliberate move to isolate him, making his death or departure less disruptive to the show's sprawling ensemble. What if Rafe dies? The fallout in Salem. If Rafe were to meet a tragic end, the repercussions in Salem would be seismic. As police commissioner, Rafe is a linchpin of law and order, and his absence would leave a void that characters like Jada or Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, might struggle to fill. His sister, Gabby Hernandez, Sherry Jimenez, would be devastated, potentially spiraling into a revenge arc against whoever caused his death. Jada, despite their breakup, would grapple with guilt and unresolved feelings, while Sammy's return could ignite a firestorm of grief and regret. The emotional fallout would be matched by practical consequences. Rafe's ongoing investigation into EJ's shooting, tied to a hidden camera in the DiMera mansion, would stall, potentially allowing EJ to evade justice. The Doppelganger plot could further complicate matters, with Arnold's presence sowing confusion and mistrust. And let's not forget the fans, who would likely flood social media with pleas for Rafe's resurrection, a common occurrence in a show where death is rarely final. The case for Rafe's survival. Despite the ominous clues, there's hope that Rafe will live to fight another day. Days of Our Lives has a long tradition of bringing characters back from the brink, and Rafe's popularity makes him a prime candidate for survival. The show's assurances in May 2025 that Gering isn't leaving suggest that the writers are playing a high-stakes game of misdirection, using Rafe's peril to heighten drama without pulling the plug. Moreover, Rafe's role as a romantic lead and investigative powerhouse makes him indispensable. With Jada single and Belle Black, Martha Madison, potentially available, there's room for new love stories to keep Rafe anchored in Salem. The Doppelganger twist could also serve as a red herring, with Arnold taking the fall while the real Rafe emerges unscathed. The verdict. Waiting for the next twist. As we stand at this crossroads in Salem, the question of Galen Gering's future on Days of Our Lives remains tantalizingly unanswered. Rafe's vow to protect Kat with his life is a loaded gun, poised to fire in any number of directions. Will he sacrifice himself in a blaze of heroic glory, sending shockwaves through Salem and marking the end of Gering's 17-year run? Or will the writers pull a classic soap opera switch, sparing Rafe and keeping Gering in the fold for more adventures? For now, all we can do is watch, wait, and speculate. The Days of Our Lives writers have proven time and again that they thrive on keeping fans guessing, and Rafe's story is no exception. Whether he faces death, a doppelganger's deception, or a triumphant return, one thing is certain: the drama in Salem is far from over. So, dear readers, grab your tissues and brace yourselves for the next episode. Will Rafe Hernandez survive, or is Galen Gering preparing to bid farewell to Days of Our Lives? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.